Good Wednesday afternoon. Well, really, it depends on when you're watching the video as to what time it is. But right now, here in Florida, Central Florida, it is right around noon. And, I was going through looking through the news and stuff to see today what I could possibly find to talk about and bitch about, because it's basically what I do on this channel. And I found the most ridiculous story out there that is trending right now. Now, if you follow trending news, you know what it is, or you might have an idea. But I'll tell you this much. Right now, I'll give you a little hint. It involves a porn star and Nintendo. Now you're probably going, what? Okay. Here's the story. Now, we all know who Stormy Daniels is. And for those of you who don't know who Stormy Daniels is some sleazy fucking whorebag porn star who's past her prime. And, she's got the fake boobs and she's got the fake hair. Everything's fake about her, 100%. She looks like somebody's grandmother. Well, apparently our president, Donald Trump, now, I don't give a fuck how you feel about the man. I really don't. I want to hear comments about, oh, Trump sucks. Trump's not my president. You know what? Fuck you if you don't like it. I'm telling a story. I don't give a fuck what you think about the president, because this isn't really about him. He's in a roundabout character of the story. So, we have Stormy Daniels, the washed-up, has-been, craggy-ass looking whorebag porn star, who has definitely has had sex with Donald Trump whenever they did. Who the fuck? You know what? Before I go any further, I don't care if my president is getting a blowjob in the White House, if he's banging whores in the White House. I don't care. Because personally, I have a real problem with any man who is in that stressful of a position who's not trying to get some relief from his stress, even if it's for a couple seconds, a couple minutes, or a couple hours. Now, in the same sense, I don't want a president up there who's smoking crack or meth, but if my president comes out and says, hey, I toke on the joint every night to chill out, I'm cool with that. And if the president says, you know what, yeah, one of the interns, she kind of slobbed my knob there a little bit. Okay, I'm a guy. I understand that. I can go for that. That doesn't bother me. Because let's face it, if you don't have some sort of release in life, you're going to go fucking crazy. You need something. We all need something, no matter what it is. It could be reading the Bible. It could be smoking a joint. It could be drinking a beer. It could be seeing your kids. It could be coming home. It could be anything. Whatever trips your trigger is your thing. And nobody else should care or give a fuck about it one way or the other. So, now back to the story here. Okay, so now we got Stormy Daniels. She's, banged the Donald, okay? And, he paid her $130,000, which, and this is my opinion only, I don't give a fuck if he paid her $1 million. Has nothing to do with him being president. Nothing. That was a man trying to save his wife from the embarrassment of his cheating. And you know what? And if you're a man or a woman and you've cheated and you haven't got caught, you will do almost anything in your power to keep your significant other from knowing. So don't start throwing stones and saying, oh, shame, shame on him. No. Because you would do the same damn thing if you are a cheater. If you are a cheater. Not saying everybody is. I'm just saying if. Okay? So, now we have the wonderful game from Nintendo. I think it's called Mario Kart. And Mario Kart has a few little characters in it. Correct? And they got the princess. They got a little Donkey Kong guy in there. They got Mario, Luigi, the turtles. And they also got this other little guy who is the second part of this story. Excuse me. Now, this little guy, I don't know what they call him. I think they call him, he's a toad. He's a mushroom toad. I think. But he looks like a little man, and he's got this big round, I'll show you, big round head, and he wears like a little Aladdin vest, and they call him Toad or Toad Mushroom or what something, but you know who I'm talking about. A little benign character that minds his own goddamn business, only does what he's told to do through programming. Fucks with Mario and Luigi and all them on Mario Kart. Okay, so now we got the main players. We got Stormy Daniels, #1 whorebag. We got Mario Kart's Mushroom Man. That's the second part. Now, apparently, this Stormy Daniels is writing a tell-all book. How her affair, alleged affair with Donald Trump went, started, finished, payoff, the whole deal. And apparently there's an excerpt in this book that has leaked out. See, and that's something else I don't buy. When this is for books that celebrities write, has-beens write, and for sex tapes. When they use that, it was accidentally released. Nothing in publicity is accidentally released. It is released on fucking purpose to generate interest. That's just publicity. That's just the way marketing works. That's how you market yourself, people. You get shit out there. You throw out a little tidbit for people. Sorry, mosquito. They're bad right now because we had a lot of humidity here in Florida. But you release a little tidbit of information that when people hear it, they go, ooh. And, let's face it, most of the fucking idiot sheeple out here open the mouth, swallow the hook, swallow the sinker, swallow the whole deal, and get caught up in it. Now, I'm almost embarrassed that I'm doing a video on this because I normally don't fall for this kind of shit. But seeing how my channel is all about bringing forth the stupidity of this country and our people in it, and how stupid we are to be influenced by a media that hates us, and to be how silly we're influenced by certain political affiliations and religious factors and whatnot. It's just to point out the silliness, how people have forgotten how to think on their own. Nobody wants to think on their own. Sorry, big truck going by. When you live on a semi-busy street, every now and a big truck will go by. So if you hear that, that's what it is. It's a big truck. I'm real close to the street today. I'm usually standing over here. I'm sorry, right over here. I'm usually standing over here, but today I'm standing over here closer to the woods. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause here a second. I'm going to walk to my normal spot. So hang on a second here. I'll be right back. Okay, I moved spots, so I'm a little bit further back into the wood line here a little bit, give you a little view around here. And I've had several people say that's not really your backyard. Yes, that's really in my backyard. That's how wooded of an area I live in, and I love every minute of it. Except for at night, it's a little scary because shit comes out of these woods. Noises come out of these woods that just scare the fuck out of me. I don't even know what the fuck they are. But that's another video. So back to Donald Trump, back to Stormy Daniels, and back to little Toad Man from Mario Kart. Now, the whole purpose of my videos, like I said earlier, is to prove to you people that we don't think anymore on our own. We take 10-second sound bites out of the world and we base complete theories on these 10-second sound bites. Okay, well, I heard this guy say this and this, so I'm going to automatically throw in my own 2 cents, and we fabricate these own stories in our own heads. We don't think, we don't react, or we react on 10-second sound bites. We don't think about how silly they sound. We don't. And that's really, really sad, because it should never be that way. So, Miss Stormy Daniels has made a reference to President Trump's genitalia looking like the Mushroom Toad Man from Mario Kart. Remember I said he's got the big round head and the little body. Okay. Again, so what? Why does she feel it's necessary to do that? I can tell you why she feels necessary to do that. Just like I said earlier, she's generating interest in her book. So now I guarantee you she's going to be on talk shows. She has been on several talk shows. But when this book comes out, she's going to be on more talk shows, and she's going to make more money. And you know what? Part of me is jealous of her because the fact that she can do this and make money for being nothing more than a whore. I mean, you know, hey, if you can work a certain aspect of your life and make money off of it, go for it. But remember, there's consequences involved. If you want to go around naked and doing sex videos and making money, there's going to be consequences. You want to be a loudmouth president and say things that the normal public aren't going to like, there's consequences. You know, you want to come home and kick your dog because you've had a bad day, there's consequences. So whatever you decide to do in life, whatever you decide to I guess, promote yourself as or through, there's always consequences. There's consequences for this video that I'm doing right now. There are big consequences. I could be torn apart by the YouTube nation. And then again, I could have people coming out and going, you know what, we agree with you. These are consequences that I know that I have to take the chance. If I want to do what I'm doing, I have to take the chance that there's going to be consequences following it. Like there's the consequences that mosquito's going to fucking die when I catch a little bastard because he keeps swarming around my head. But he knows that. He knows if I bite this guy, he's going to kill me. So she makes this reference to Donald Trump's ding-a-ling looking like a little mushroom man with a gigantic head and a little tiny body. All right, so what? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? I'll tell you who cares. The fucking bleeding heart, fucking liberal bullshit motherfucking media assholes out there who are going to run with this story like it is the hottest thing under the sun. They are going to plaster this all over headlines, on newspapers, on social media, on websites. It's going to be all over. Donald Trump's dick looks like a mushroom. Okay? Again, so fucking what? Who the fuck cares? But unfortunately, we live in such a society. You fucking little mosquito, I'm going to kick your ass. Unfortunately, we live in such a weak-minded, idiotic society that I would say 60% of the world, the United States, wants to believe every goddamn thing they hear come out of their television, off their computer, out of their smartphone, on their TV. They sit there like sheep going to the slaughter. Well, the talking head on the news said it, so it must be true. Well, guess what? Do yourself a little experiment. Watch news some night. Any news. CNN, Fox, your local news. Listen to the number one story. Listen how they tell the number one story. And then the next day, go to a completely different news media and listen to that same story and see how it's exactly the fucking same. These places are not in favor of giving you the truth. They want to they spoon feed you, and you, well, not you, because you're watching me. You don't do that, right? I thought so. They take these bleeding heart liberal assholes who can't fucking think on their own, who want their free cell phones, who want their fucking food stamps, who want their housing. They want everything free so they can sit around and do nothing. That's the media base. That is the media's base. Now, they're going to hear this story about Donald Trump and his mushroom-headed dick, and they are just going to go fucking bananas with it. Bananas. And it's going to be the trending thing for probably the next month, I'm going to say. And it's really ridiculous because this is just further proof. I swear to God, mosquito, if I catch you, I'm going to rip your balls off. Well, wait a minute. So females, that are only females bite. Okay, well, that makes sense. You're a female. That's why you're biting me. Usually they bite you through a lawyer. But not in this case. So I'm going to have to move up here a little bit. Maybe I'll get out. Maybe I'm in her territory or something. I don't know. Or maybe she's a Stormy Daniels fan or something. I don't know. But all this news, these bits of news are not given to you truthfully. They're given to you in little doses. because they don't want you to hear the whole story, because heaven forbid you might get smart and you might actually go, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Now, we all know it's a fact that Trump banged this whorebag porn star, who, in my opinion, is just ugly as fuck. Looks like somebody's grandmother. He did it. But he wasn't president when he did it. He wasn't running for office when he did it. He is a billionaire, people. A billionaire. That's what rich men do. They cheat on their wives. They have little women stashed away around the world. Not that that's acceptable. Not that that is a pleasant thing for a man to do to his wife. I would never do that to my wife. For one, I don't have $1 billion. And if I did, I still wouldn't cheat on my wife because I love my wife extremely. I would never do that because I have respect for my wife. I have respect for our relationship. I have respect for our marriage. And plus, my wife is awesome. And I'm not just saying that because she watches my videos. But I seriously mean that, Lisa. You really are. You're one of a kind. She told me I told her I thought I was one of a kind one time. She said, no, you're more like one in a raffle. And she's probably right. I mean, you know, I have to be thankful for my wife because look at this. She married this, okay? She voluntarily stood there in the beach in Florida in 2010 and told everybody that, yeah, I'll marry this guy. I mean, the 4 hours of drinking prior to us getting married helped. But you know, we did live together for a while, and I you know, when we lived together, you know, there's the first couple weeks we were together, she'd wake up and go, oh, it's you. Then she played off like it was a joke. But I'm just kidding. My wife is a wonderful lady. But married billionaire men, they marry these women. The women that they marry them for a reason. And Donald Trump married, what was his first wife? Ivanka, or Ivanka Get Your Money or something. I forget her name. Ivanka, I think that's her name. The one who spit out that hot-ass daughter of Trump's. The one you don't see too much of anymore. Her and her husband, Jared. Oh my God, talk about a weenie whacker of a dude marrying a hot chick. It's amazing when you have money what you can get. But Ivanka Trump, he married her because, why? Because when he was a socialite in New York, she fit the bill for that purpose in his life at that time. Got a Harley driving by. Yep, well, two of them. It's the guys from across the street. Well, I'm sorry, it was one Harley and one fucking rice burner. But Ivanka filled the bill. She was the socialite. She looked the part. She could socialize with all these rich people in New York City. She could run the hotels. And Donald could do what he did, which was be Donald Trump. Now, you can't blame the man for doing what he does, because that's how he got famous. And there's that fucking mosquito again. They are just following me everywhere today. It's probably a gang of them. But Donald Trump became who he is because he's a great master of publicity. How many people have never heard of Donald Trump until he filed for bankruptcy that first time? Because, damn, they're terrible out here today. I should have done this vlog from inside. But Donald Trump is the only dude I know that takes filing for bankruptcy and turns it around to a publicity stunt. I mean, let's face it. When you're high up in the financial world like he is, filing for bankruptcy is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of fucking smart business. Extremely smart business. Because that man made more money filing for bankruptcy than what if I file for bankruptcy, I lose everything. And that's what I'm telling the world, that I lost everything for filing for bankruptcy. Donald Trump, hang on, big truck going by. See it right there? Right there. Donald Trump files for bankruptcy and he turns it into a media blitz. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Now, before any of you people come out here with your, oh, you're a Donald Trump supporter. No, I'm really not. I don't support Donald Trump. I'll support him as my president because that's America. He won 60-some% of the vote. That's the commander-in-chief now. I'll support him on that aspect. As a human being, I find him to be disgusting. I find him to be a blowhard. I find him to be a complete, utter putz. But I also, in the same sense, I find him to be an outstandingly smart, successful businessman who knows how to get the media to work for him. That's why he is the president that he is. And also because Hillary's a fucking cuntbag, and let's face it, we'd be in World War III by now if that bitch was in office. I know. No, she wouldn't. She's a great lady. Bullshit. The bitch sold fucking uranium to Russia under the table. She profited, I don't know how much, billions, right under the table. Just sells it to them. And then you got Barack Dumbass, $400 billion to Iran, weapons, writes it off as something else. Oh, well, now, yeah, that's what it was. And yeah, I made a large check off of it. You know. Sorry. You know, a good question, getting off this topic here a little bit, a good question. You know, the economy is definitely doing better. Jobs are definitely being created. More people are getting off food stamps and welfare because of the economy that this administration has set forth. And prior to all this good news in the beginning of Trump's administration, we had people saying, oh, it's terrible, it's terrible, it's terrible, it's so terrible. Oh my God, the world's crashing, the economy's crashing, the stock market's down. All lies. Stock market hit the all-time high when Trump was elected. Why? Because those stockbrokers knew Trump brings business. His name is a brand. He has branded his name into a business. You can't deny that. So now we got this economy that's kicking back up in nature. It's doing a lot better. And now all of a sudden, you got a Barack Dumbass coming out going, well, if it wasn't for me, none of this would happen. What? Are you out of your fucking gourd? You did nothing but destroy this country, and now you want to take credit for another man's work? Further proof the Democratic Party is just absolutely insane. Well, they're both insane. Like I said, I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Gary Johnson in the last election before that one. You know, I'd vote for Gary Johnson again. Independence, but I'm happy to see that there's a businessman finally at the helm of the country, running the country, because the country is a business, no matter how you want to look at it. The country is a fucking business that we're all employees of. And if we don't have a good leader, we don't have a good business. And if we don't have a good business, we're going down the tubes. And most politicians' way to solve the problem is to print more money and throw more money out there, which devalues money, because now it just becomes more and more worthless. Okay, so back to Stormy and the Mushroom Man and Trump here. Now, this is to highlight just how absolutely fucking stupid a large percentage of this country is. There are people out there who are going to use this Stormy Daniels reference, and they are going to turn it around into their hatred for Trump. Now, I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it. I guarantee you that. They are going to do it. Because, excuse me, because we live in a country with so many fucking idiots who will spend every waking moment of their day fixated on the hatred of one man, instead of just kicking back and going, okay, he won, I don't like the man, but I'm going to get on with life, and I'm going to do the best I can to help this country pull itself back up. No, no, no. That would be too much common sense, which these bleeding heart liberals do not possess. this fucking Me Too movement, the Antifa movement. These people spend so much fucking energy on just pure hatred. And then they have the balls to come out and say, oh, we hate groups. You are a hate group. Why won't you understand that? You are a hate group. Antifa, we don't like fascism. You are fascism, dumbasses. If you're so proud of your movement, why in the hell do you wear masks over your faces? Why do you all call yourselves anonymous? If I truly believed in something, let's say I truly believed in that stake right there in the ground, I wouldn't hide my face. I'd say, see that stake? That stake's awesome. It's cool. And I love it. And you're going to love it. And I'm going to show you why you should love it. And I'm going to have protests. Love that stake. Love that stake. No. Not these guys. No. This is Antifa. Oh, we're anonymous. We're anti-fascism. But we're not going to tell you who we are. But we're going to prevent people. I saw this in Portland. I saw where they actually prevented innocent people who were walking down the fucking sidewalk to go another direction because, in their own words of their fucking leader, who was probably some 23-year-old fucking wimpy ass fucking piece of shit hiding his face, told them Antifa owns this sidewalk now. But yet they come out and they say, if they get blocked going somewhere, they come out and say, oh, it's fascism. They're blocking us. They're taking away our rights. But then they turn around and they do the same goddamn thing. I think common sense in this world has dwindled to an all-time low. Now, yeah, I'm an older guy. I'm 56 years old. I don't ever remember a time in my country when you could pass yourself off as being one thing, but then turn around and do it to the same people that you're pissed off they were doing it to you, and it was okay. No, it's not the way it works. So, all these groups that concentrate and dwell on hate and just ooze it from their bodies, and if they all blame it on Trump. Oh, I have Trump disorder. I have Trump disease. That's a new thing now, where you have a disease or a disorder because you don't like Trump. Well, guess what? I didn't like fucking Barry Obama when he was in office. I don't have fucking Barryism. I don't have fucking Obama dumbass syndrome. I didn't like the guy. I'm from Illinois originally. Obama, you never heard the man's fucking name in Illinois. You never even knew he existed until he was running for president. Doesn't that make you think just a little bit? How does a politician come up out of absolutely nowhere with no big endorsements and all of a sudden, boom, he's president? Just saying, it's part of the plan, people. It's part of the plan. And unfortunately, the plan backfired when Hillary didn't get elected. He was supposed to open the door for Hillary. Now, here's another something about these two. You have Hillary running against Brock or whatever they were running against. And old Barry Brock came out there and says, I mean, it's on YouTube, look it up, where he says that Hillary Clinton is not eligible or not in the right mind to run the country. She's the worst thing this country could ever do. I'm paraphrasing. But he basically runs her down and says you shouldn't vote for her. You go forward a little bit in time when she's running for president, and he's out there, Hillary is the best woman there is. She's the most qualified candidate, and she is perfect for this country. How do you change your mind that fucking fast? You didn't like the woman a few years back. Now you're practically sucking her asshole for her? I don't get that. I don't get it at all. So, the bottom line is simply this. Stormy Daniels and the little mushroom man from Mario Kart are trending news. That's the sad part of this world that we live in. A character from a fucking video game is trending news. And an old video game on top of that. Because some whorebag decides to use him as a reference for a well, he's not a politician. use the Mushroom Man or the Toad Man as a reference to some guy's genitalia. That's trending news. That's what people are talking about. And like I said, I'm embarrassed at the fact that I do a video about this. Because it's a fluff subject. It has no bearing on the world. If the Mushroom Man was to run for president, or Toad Man or whatever, he's run for president and he got elected, it's not going to solve the country's problems. If Stormy Daniels ran for office in somewhere and she got elected, it wouldn't change anything. The point simply, why do we as Americans listen to this fluff bullshit and just sit there with our mouths open wide like a baby bird and letting the media just jam this shit down our throat? We sit there and listen and listen and listen, and I shouldn't say nobody. Probably 40%, 30-40% of the country has enough of an IQ to go, wait a minute, come on. I got bigger fish to fry in this world than a fucking video game character being referenced. But, unfortunately, here we are. This is the new day, new age America, where a video game character can generate trending news. It's really sad in a way. I mean, to me, trending news should be, there's been a breakthrough for cancer, there's been a breakthrough in autism, unemployment is at a 0.2%. That's trending news. You know, the Cubs winning the World Series, even though I'm a Sox fan. The Cubs winning the World Series, that was trending news, okay? They were known for years as the lovable losers, and they finally broke out of it after 100 some odd years. That's trending news. You know, a baby being rescued from a burning building, that's trending news. But a fucking video game character being referenced by a fucking whore from a porn movie? Look it up. Just type in trending news and look and see. Toad Man, Mushroom Man, whatever you want to call him, is hot right now. He is all over the damn board. And he's not even real. He's not even a real fucking person or a character. He is just a computer image. And because some whorebag references him, the whole world's gonna go fucking ablaze. Oh my God, did you hear Trump's dick looks like a Mushroom Man? Really? Come on, people. There's more important things to worry about than the fact that if some guy's dick looks like a fucking video game character. Who the fuck cares? That's what I'm trying to drive home. Put your time and effort into something else other than the stupidness of this world. Like when that idiot bitch Demi Lovato did heroin and almost died. Oh my God, the people sending prayer requests. Let's start a prayer chain for Demi. Oh, Demi, poor Demi. No, fuck Demi. Demi Lovato, she should be called Demi Lobotomy because she's about as dumb as a person who just got a lobotomy. She chose to do the heroin. She knew what she was doing. She knew the consequences. Everybody in that room knew the consequences. I know the consequences. You do heroin, you can overdose and die. No. Not for the Hollywood elite. No, we try to spin the story as something else. Well, she didn't really intend on doing heroin. She thought she was taking baby aspirin. I'm being facetious, but you get where I'm going with it. So, I'm going to cut this off here. It's been 33 minutes, going on 32. It's going to be 32 in about another 5 seconds. And I just want to let you guys know that please, just don't listen to the media. Don't become one of these fucking sponges that sits on your couch and sucks up every fucking piece of information that this false media sends to you. Research. Do your own research. Think about what you're looking at. Think about the absurdity, the level of absurdity that you're looking at. Think about how ridiculous it sounds. Think about how silly, like I think right now, how silly I am to be spending 35 minutes talking about a goddamn video game character and a fucking whore from a porno movie. It's stupid. It is literally fucking stupid. It is beyond stupid. But yet here I am. And why? Because that's what I decided to kind of base my YouTube channels on. is pointing out the absurdity and the stupidity of the world in my own little way, my own little ranting and raving. I just hope that you took away from this. I hope the one thing that you took away from this is that, hey, you know what? This guy's a goof, but you know what? He's partially right. You don't have to agree with me. You could agree with me. You don't have to. I don't care. But I'm going to take the time. I'm going to voice my opinion. I'm going to let all three people who watch my videos understand that this is out there, and don't fall for it, man. Don't fall for it. Don't become a sheeple. Don't be standing in line. Don't be at the end of the pack with the rest of the lemmings heading to the cliff waiting to fall off and then hit the bottom of the cliff and go, how'd we get here? Don't follow. Be a leader. Be an individual. Use your brain. Think before you react. And if somebody comes up to you and go, hey, did you hear Donald Trump's dick looks like a mushroom man from the game? Just look at him and go, really? Okay. What do you want me to do about it? And then walk away. Don't argue with them. Walk away. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of people who will fucking argue over it. Well, Stormy Daniels, she's a great resource of information. Stormy Daniels is a whore. Plain and simple. Stormy Daniels is a whore. She gets paid to have sex. Whore. Prostitute. Any way you want to cut it, any way you want to look at it, prostitute. Okay? I have nothing against the porn industry. I mean, I'm not saying I don't watch it. I don't mind it. But I think that those people, like our entertainers, our actors, and sports stars, should stick to what they know. Stormy Daniels should stick to sucking dick. Football players should stick to fucking catching a football and running with it. Entertainers should stick to either singing or starring in movies, and shut your fucking hole about the world. Nobody gives a fuck about what you think. Just like that disgraceful Robert De Niro at that one award show gets up there, first words out of his mouth, fuck Trump. Are you serious? You're going to start your speech off with fuck Trump? Unbelievable. Okay, well, I think I've gone long enough. I'm almost at 38 minutes now. That's pretty much a long time for me. If you like what you heard, I would greatly, greatly appreciate a like. If you really like to hear more, hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to hit the subscribe button, at least just hit the bell icon so you can tell next time I'm out here in my backyard, sweating my ass off, telling you the way the world really is. Of course, these are all my opinions and my opinions only. I don't expect anybody to believe them. I don't expect anybody to like them. I just want you to know that there are other valued opinions out there. Don't close your mind and your ears to other people's opinions. If they want to go off on stupid shit that you don't believe in, just walk away. It's not worth the argument. All right? Thank you for watching. I do really, really appreciate your time and the effort put into listening to these videos. Have a great freaking day. And next time, I'll see you again from the backyard of Florida here. Until then, see ya.